Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2023 IBJJF Absolute Grand Prix. Introducing first, representing 6th Blaze Jiu-Jitsu, Victor Hugo!
Victor Hugo, the 2023 World's Double Gold Champion, has had such an incredible year this year. 2 gold medals at the Worlds, 2 gold medals at the Brasileiros, 15-0 in IBJJF competition with 11 submissions. Cannot wait to watch Victor Hugo take on this Absolute GP bracket.
And his opponent, representing Kimura BJJ, Orlando Monteiro!
Orlando Monteiro, 2018 European champion, has fought a lot more consistently in 2023. 8 IBJJF fights this year, 7 submissions. He has been on fire. What a way to kick off this IBJJF Absolute Grand Prix. We got Victor Hugo versus Orlando Monteiro, 2 submission hunters, and this is definitely going to be an exciting match. Victor Hugo in the blue gi representing 6th Blaze Jiu-Jitsu. Orlando representing Kimura BJJ in the white gi.
Yeah, immediate guard pull out of Orlando, and you know, we haven't seen him in competition on a scale like this in a little bit, but it's so good to see him back.
Yeah, he's looked incredible in 2023, like I mentioned, Jake. 8 fights in IBJJF competition, 7 submissions, had some huge wins. Victor Hugo in a really good position now, trying to take Orlando's back.
Yeah, it looked like Orlando was trying to invert underneath, but Victor Hugo just caught him right in a great position. And look at this, Victor Hugo already fighting for the second hook.
Trying to get that hand deep and fight for that right hook. He's got his left hook in, trying to reset that position, get his back, his chest on Orlando's back. Orlando does a good job getting his back to the mat, avoiding that back take.
That's exactly what Orlando needed to do. He needed to keep on rolling, even if it meant bringing him out of bounds. He needed to keep on rolling. It's a tough spot to be, especially when you got someone like Victor Hugo on your back, but keeping himself alive, Orlando Monteiro.
One of the really interesting things about Orlando's game is that he's got incredible attacks. He's also got really, really good defense. Very good at defending the back position, as you can see right there. Now he's in the half guard. Victor Hugo, great from this top half guard position, though, as well.
Yeah, one thing I feel like you'd have to know by experience about Victor Hugo is just the amount of pressure he's able to put on. And it's not just the fact that he's above 240 pounds on top of you, but his technique and his ability to apply pressure is just stifling.
Yeah, here he goes in this head and arm position. Now he gets his left knee to the mat. This is a dangerous spot. He's going to go for that Ezekiel choke.
This is a choke
Beautiful
that he likes.
position for Victor Hugo. Looks like he's setting the submission in.
Well, Orlando doing what he can with that left arm to try to extend it, but the choke just got sunk in a little bit deeper.
Yeah,
Great
Victor's
position.
got a really tough position here.
And
he gets the submission. Beautiful submission by Victor Hugo to open up this IBJJF Absolute Grand Prix. Incredible match for Victor Hugo. What a way to open up this Grand Prix with a submission from double gold world champion Victor Hugo.
And your winner out of 6th Blaze Jiu-Jitsu, Victor Hugo!
Victor Hugo out of 6th Blaze Jiu-Jitsu gets the submission victory. Let's check out this replay. Victor Hugo trying to take the back of Orlando Monteiro, setting in this Ezekiel choke from the back. Orlando had some amazing defense in the beginning of the match, but this position was just too tight for Victor Hugo. And we're going to take a short break. We will be back with our next match from the Absolute GP. And we are back at the 2023 IBJJF Absolute Grand Prix.
Ladies and gentlemen, your next match. Out of Alliance Dallas, Stefan Banta. Out of Alliance San Diego, Felipe Andrew.
Rate. Felipe has looked better than ever, and he's been the #1 ranked black belt in the IBJJF for 4 straight seasons.
Yeah, very excited for this one, Danny. Stefan Banta opens up with a little foot sweep.
Felipe has a really dangerous guard, but also has great takedowns and a great top game. Super well-rounded competitor. And being that well-rounded has led him to so much success. Like I mentioned, #1 ranked IBJJF black belt in the world for 4 straight seasons, which is an incredible accomplishment to maintain that pace and that ranking for so long.
Absolutely, and his pace in the match as well. I mean, he's so active. He doesn't stall. He doesn't take a lot of time in between positions. It seems like he's always hunting for the kill.
Yeah, I love that about Felipe's game. Has amazing triangles, awesome foot locks. He's also been submitting people from the mount lately with mounted cross chokes. And he's probably one of the most active black belts in the world. Competes all over the country, all over the world in IBJJF events. And the success he's had in those events has helped him reach and maintain that #1 ranking. Stefan, the newest black belt in this 2023 IBJJF Absolute Grand Prix, got promoted in late 2022 after winning the Nogi Worlds as a brown belt. Training with Joao Gabriel Rocha at Alliance Dallas. Very tough competitor. He's had success early on in his black belt career, but I think it's fair to say this is the biggest challenge. Oh, Felipe shoots that triangle armbar.
Oh my goodness. This is that quick triangle attempts of Felipe Andrew, man. They are just like jump scares.
Oh, there it is again. Wow. Felipe is so dangerous from this lasso and spider position. I would even say this double sleeve position. Sometimes he'll switch his configuration. He'll have the lasso of the De La Riva now, and he can attack from all these positions. Felipe switches to that pant grip with the lasso.
That's something he's very well known for doing. Look for him to potentially put that right foot in between the legs, as you see him doing now. Likes to sweep over the top. He'll probably guide Stefan to the right side with that grip on the collar and look to sweep him over. Stefan doing a good job, though, using that left foot as a base.
Stefan has a great base on top, like you mentioned. Likes to go down to both knees. I think he felt the danger when he was passing from the feet. Just kind of maybe gave Felipe a little bit of space to launch those triangles.
Well, if
those were lightning fast, Jake.
If he allows his center of gravity to go over the top, look, just like that, Felipe Andrew trying to lift. If he allows his center of gravity to go too far over the top, then Felipe Andrew has the leverage required for that sweep to work.
7.5 step.
The speed of Felipe Andrew is really something to behold for someone that big.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's like having somebody on their back able to shoot attacks that quickly. It's got to be nerve-wracking for the competitor on top, but Stefan Banta is the kind of guy who is so patient. The way that he has won so many of his titles has come down to that nitty-gritty decision-making that separates the champion from the second place, right? And it's very impressive to see, and he's a welcome addition in this bracket, absolutely.
Yeah, that's one thing I love about this GP bracket is a mix of black belt world champions who are veterans with some newer black belts, which really adds some really interesting flair to the competition.
Both athletes receive a penalty for some supposed inactivity. There we go. Felipe Andrew now trying to mix things up a little bit, get under the leg.
So Felipe is ahead by 1 advantage for that submission attack earlier in the match. We're about 3:30 into this one. Switching between the double sleeve control and the De La Riva. Felipe just doing such a good job controlling Stefan.
You see right here in this position with this deep lasso, he's trying to use that foot underneath, but his right knee, Stefan is rolling out the lasso. If Felipe's right knee was connected to his chest, he would be able to generate the leverage and take him over. But because Stefan is rolling out the lasso, it's actually reducing the amount of leverage Felipe has.
Nice.
So far, Felipe has been working to off-balance Stefan for the past couple minutes, while Stefan's just been maintaining a super solid base.
Man, you can hear the grip popping. We have a respectful fan base here in the ballroom here at the Westgate Hotel. You can hear all the grips breaking and the knees dropping. A little bit of frustration on the face of Felipe Andrew.
Right now, don't have grip. Pop the grip with his lead. Pop the grip with his lead. Nice. Side to side. Control his leg.
Felipe in a seated position now. See if he tries to come up, he goes right back to his back. He's so comfortable with these double sleeve grips. Has such, like we talked about, such great and quick attacks from here.
Let's go.
Breaks that grip.
Just over the halfway point in this one. Stefan maintaining a very slow pace, trying to pass from the top.
Nice. Nice. You have it at top.
Look at the aggression on Felipe Andrew trying to break those grips, kicking not once but thrice. Oh, another
there he goes.
triangle.
That beautiful by Felipe Andrew. Stefan postures out of it. Those attacks can come at literally any moment.
And they're all good for Felipe as well, because Stefan is content with the double sleeve grip, passing over the top. And it's all good for Felipe to continue to rack up these points in the eyes of the judges in the event that Stefan is able to generate one advantage.
Nearly 6 minutes into this match, Felipe Andrew leading by 1 advantage. Penalties are tied at 1 apiece. We're here at the 2023 IBJJF Absolute Grand Prix. Felipe is on bottom in the blue gi, Stefan on top in the white gi. And Jake, this has been an incredible weekend in Vegas so far. Oh, there Felipe goes.
Maybe transition
Another
to the triangle
triangle
again.
I was just saying, this has been an incredible weekend at Jiu-Jitsu Con. It's been so many Jiu-Jitsu practitioners from all over the world have ascended upon Las Vegas. Over 10,000 competitors throughout the weekend. We've had seminars, tournaments. It's been such a fun weekend. What a great event to have, to add some prestige and some elite black belt competition to the Jiu-Jitsu Con.
Absolutely. And the way they have it set up on multiple floors inside of this event arena is just very, very cool. I mean, 10,000 people signed up.
10,000 competitors. So
10,000 competitors.
You have to imagine there's at least 3 times as many people coming through the doors of this event.
Felipe trying to make something happen here. Stefan flattening out. Just a little over 3 minutes left. And we'll see what kind of adjustments. Maybe Stefan Banta is waiting. It's hard to tell.
Yeah, Felipe's had some great attacks so far. Some close triangles, almost got an arm bar early in the match. Got that 1 advantage. Felipe very patient. He's going to keep attacking and keep this pace up the whole rest of the match.
Settling for the closed guard.
Closed guard Felipe Andrew is a dangerous place to be.
It's tough because Stefan's options here, really, his safest option is to stand up.
Yeah,
but even in that, you're in danger.
Yes. Felipe's got that interesting grip with his left hand. Now looks like he's trying to set up an arm bar, walking his legs up, trying to trap the shoulder of Stefan. Stefan does a good job moving his shoulders forward, getting out of danger.
And with Felipe staying so active from the bottom, it forces Stefan to be in a defensive mindset, right?
Yeah, it's hard to attack when you're defending submissions from Felipe left and right.
Now it's Stefan Banta actually that incurs a penalty that puts Felipe in a bigger lead.
Yeah, that second penalty for Stefan will give Felipe another advantage. He's up 2 advantages to nothing. No points on the board yet, but Felipe does have those 2 advantages that are putting him in the lead. Coming up on 1:30 left in this match.
Stefan getting a little bit more active, trying to throw the legs to the side now.
Winner of this match will go on to face Victor Hugo, who won by submission over Orlando Monteiro in his first match.
Keep going. Keep going.
Stefan putting some good pressure on Felipe's guard now.
Going over to the lasso side like that, it's just so difficult.
Especially with someone who has the caliber of lasso of Felipe.
Absolutely.
Felipe making that frame with his left hand, keeping that right knee tight to his chest, pummeling that lasso back in.
Stefan Banta has 50 seconds to pass the guard of Felipe Andrew. So far, it's looked incredibly difficult. Felipe stayed so active from the bottom.
back into these double sleeve grips where he's so dangerous and so strong.
Nice. Go. 30 seconds.
The entire arena just received a flash flood warning here.
Stefan with a big movement to try to pass.
Oh, and Felipe
nice
Andrew.
sweep attempt by Felipe Andrew.
And that was the sweep that I was talking about earlier in the match, Danny.
Puts him on his back, establishes top position. Felipe Andrew awarded 2 points. Looks like he's trying to trap that left arm of Stefan Banta with his right leg. Time is going to expire, and Felipe Andrew is going to take this match on points. He will advance to face Victor Hugo in your 2023 Absolute GP semifinal.
Wow.
And that's going to be a great match. Victor Hugo, Felipe Andrew, 2 world champions.
Very excited for that one.
Let's take a look at a replay. Felipe attacking these arm bars.
This was really the tail of the match, just Felipe's ability to keep Stefan in that sort of posture.
Yeah, got that advantage for that submission attack. Went forward a couple more times. Felipe just doing such a great job controlling Stefan, using those double sleeve grips, and gets the victory.
And your winner out of Alliance San Diego, Felipe Andrew.
And we are going to take a short break. We will be back with another match from the 2023 IBJJF Absolute Grand Prix.
Seamus, can you hear me? Okay, yeah, I'm gonna press mute, and then I'm just gonna keep my headset.
And now, choosing first, out of Team New Wave, Nicholas Meregali.
Nicholas.
And his opponent, representing Cicero Costa, Francisco
Francisco Lowe has some experience with these IBJJF Grand Prix events. His 3rd time competing in one of them, but he's taking on his toughest test to date in 2023 double gold pan champion Nicholas Meregali.
Francisco Lowe bringing a smile to the face of a lot of our people in attendance with his walkout song. Such a dangerous competitor, Danny.
Has a ton of highlight reel flying submissions. Talked about him in the press conference yesterday. Nicholas said he was prepared for him. I can't wait for this one, Jake.
Man, this is going to be very exciting.
Nicholas has ridiculous credentials as a black belt. 3-time world champion, 2-time pan champion, 4-time Brasileiro champion, 42 submissions in major championships in the IBJJF, Jake.
Man, you look at his fighting style, I mean, his statistics tell a lot about how he fights, and he's very consistent, always looking for the submission, always looking, I would even say, to make a statement with his matches.
Yeah, he's got a 73% submission rate in major championships. I don't know if there's any active black belts who have a submission rate that's higher than that.
Well, we'll see if he can add to that statistic tonight, or if Francisco Lowe has anything to say about it.
Nicholas in the blue gi. Oh, nice little foot sweep by Francisco Lowe. That's going to score him 2 points to open this match. Great start to the match for Francisco Lowe.
A seemingly unbothered look on the face of Nicholas Meregali in response to that.
Nicholas been training with Team New Wave in Austin, Texas for over a year now under the tutelage of Professor John Donaher. He's made some great changes to his game, great improvements. He was already a super high level, super highly accomplished competitor. but I feel like his top game, his takedowns, his pressure have all improved since moving to Texas.
It's definitely something that he's talked about a lot, is the improvements that he's made, improvements to his confidence as well. I would say he was already a very confident competitor, but even more so now.
Coming up through the ranks, I feel like Nicholas was known for his guard. You can see his left hand's in the cross collar grip. Always played an amazing cross collar sleeve game. Has amazing triangles and omoplatas from there.
Francisco's looking for these little opportunities left and right as Nicholas loops his legs around. Nicholas looking to use that height advantage. There is a size advantage over both of them. Look at that. Who defends a lasso guard like that?
That was incredible.
That was incredible.
Francisco Lo leading this match 2-0. Hit that takedown early in the match to score those 2 points. And he is on top position against Nicholas Meregali, the 3-time IBJJF world champion.
Francisco opting to keep that grip on the belt of Meregali.
And Nicholas getting that lasso deep. Very good control of that sleeve with his right hand. Also in a reverse De La Riva position with his left leg. Francisco keeping his base low, making it difficult for Nicholas to get deep under his hips.
And he's grabbing the belt. It looks like it's making it a little bit more difficult for Nicholas to get a comfortable angle with that lasso.
Now Nicholas got that cross collar grip with his left hand. Super dangerous from here with his triangles and omoplatas.
And we don't see this position too often. Or see if Nicholas looks to tilt sweep to the left. Oh, look at this. Francisco Lo nearly gliding past the guard of Meregali there.
Nicholas now trying to set up his X-guard position. He's so good from here. It's sweeping, comes up, gets the sweep. 2 points for Nicholas Meregali, evens this match on the scoreboard. And Nicholas on top is dangerous.
And now we'll see the guard of Francisco Lo. He's having a hard time currently making that second grip.
Beautiful Toriano style pass from Nicholas. Trying to flatten Francisco out. Good hip movement by Francisco to try and get away, but Nicholas is going to secure that pass. Gets the 3 points. He's leading 5-2 now, 3 minutes into this IBJJF Absolute Grand Prix quarterfinal. This is not a place you want to be with Nicholas Meregali.
It's funny that you brought it up, Danny. As soon as he got to that X-guard position, he was able to make the sweep happen very quickly.
Yeah, it's one of Nicholas's best sweeping positions. Usually when he gets there, he's not there for long. He usually capitalizes on it, gets the sweep, and that's exactly what he did.
Which goes to show the prowess of Meregali's passing as well. I mean, he spent very little time dealing with the guard of Francisco Lo.
Nicholas now walking to a north-south position. Putting the pressure on Francisco Lo, keeping his head low. What type of attacks you want to see Nicholas go for here, Jake?
Well, it looks like he's trying to throw his left leg over the head and already try to end this match with the choke from side control. He could be using it to set up, potentially mount. Oh, and look at this. The crowd held their breath for just a second.
Nicholas is going to try to mount now. He's walking the hips to point away from him. Gets to the mount. Beautiful stuff from Nicholas Meregali. He's got the elbows above the shoulders. Very dangerous position here for Francisco Lo. Nicholas putting a lot of pressure, just making life miserable for his opponent on bottom.
It almost looks as though he's trying to follow the methodology of some of his new wave teammates and get the tap with a smother choke.
Pressure. Beautiful finish from Nicholas Meregali. Once he got on top, it was a tough time for Francisco Lo on bottom.
My goodness, the pressure.
3 fights so far, in this IBJJF Absolute Grand Prix. 2 submissions. Nicholas on top.
And you see
gets
right
to the mount position, pushes Francisco's knee to the mat.
As soon as he got to the mount, Danny, is all I was going to say. Like, he immediately hikes up the elbows, puts the pressure down. Just an absolutely stellar performance.
And your winner, representing New Wave, Nicholas Meregali.
We're going to cut to a short break, and we will be back with another match from the 2023 IBJJF Absolute Grand Prix.
And your next match, introducing first, out of GF Team Ohio, Gutenberg Pereira.
Gutenberg Pereira, 2022 Brasileiro Absolute Champion. He competed at the 2022 IBJJF Absolute Grand Prix, where he took second place, losing a razor-close match to Tainan Dalpra. Gutenberg, a super dangerous competitor. Amazing submissions, always one of the top guys in any division he enters.
And his opponent, representing Gracie Baja, Paulo Merlin.
Gracie Baja's Paulo Merlin took third at the IBJJF World Championships in the Absolute Division this year. Also took third at the Pans. Been having a great rookie season as a black belt. He's only 22 years of age. Already had great results in competition. Gutenberg Pereira in the blue gi representing GF team. Paulo Merlin representing Gracie Baja in the white gi.
Oh, Paulo with a beautiful guard pull. That was a great position to be in. You know, Gutenberg looked like he wanted to go for the takedown. But Paulo was able to immediately initiate the close guard and get a full lock on it.
Paulo trying to use that lapel grip to tie up Gutenberg's left arm. Gutenberg recognizes the danger.
Staying very busy on bottom already at the very start of the match.
Passes that lapel, underhooks the leg, grabs the lapel with his right hand. Tough position to deal with on top with this lapel grip. Saw this position quite a bit at the 2023 Worlds. Eric Muniz was using it quite a lot of other black belts were using it as well. Very difficult to deal with on top.
He's doing the right thing though, keeping his base wide, mitigating the ability for Paulo to articulate his knee one way or the other. And look at right there, you see him try to get his leg out. See if Paulo can turn this into a sweep though.
Nice base by Gutenberg.
Man, look at the sprawl of Gutenberg breaking that grip away.
That was powerful. I was going to try to step over that foot, pin it between his legs. There he goes.
Paulo really is staying so busy on bottom. I mean, look, he's transitioning from guard to guard, now trying to turn this into a sweep. But this is a lot of energy to expend on bottom as well. And now look at this deep head control by Gutenberg.
Gutenberg in a much better position, super deep crossface. Got his head over the far shoulder of Paulo Merlin, putting a lot of pressure on him. We got a pretty good angle right here, Jake, with Paulo Merlin's half guard. Gutenberg trying to free that left knee.
Yeah, and that lapel grip is really what's saving him from this head control guard pass right here. You see he's got the grip so deep, you can see it right there at that angle. All the way on the belt of Paulo Merlin.
Yeah, I don't think Gutenberg's going to want to give up this position. He's just got such great position with his head and with his crossface. He's going to want to keep this pressure. Doesn't look like Paulo Merlin's too comfortable here.
Well, there's no reason for Gutenberg to rush this position. I mean, he's got such a great spot. Paulo's head turned completely the other way. Now his head is fashioning as an underhook right here. And the more he can jack up that right elbow of Paulo Merlin, the less control Paulo's going to have. And as you see right there, transitions to the underhook. This is beautiful stuff.
Gutenberg going to get his left knee on the floor, walking that arm up with his left arm. 3 minutes into this IBJJF Absolute Grand Prix quarterfinal. Gutenberg on top in the blue gi representing GF team. Paulo Merlin on bottom in the white gi representing Gracie Barra. Still no points or advantages on the board, but Gutenberg in a very, very solid position.
Definitely a lot of patience being exhibited out of Gutenberg Pereira on top.
Really walking that right arm of Paulo Merlin high, making it very uncomfortable, lots of pressure. We'll see if Gutenberg tries to free that left foot and get to the mount. There he goes. Gets his right instep on top of the thigh. He's going to try to pry that left leg out.
Paulo doing everything he can to just keep that leg from coming out. Score is technically still 0-0. Oh, transitioning into a knee cut.
Deep underhook for Gutenberg.
Oh, and look at the crossface by the right arm.
This is another position where Gutenberg really doesn't have to rush. He's in a great spot, has his left knee on the floor, underhook, good head position.
Transitioning that head position is going to be big in this spot because now it prevents Paulo from being able to look towards him and keep his legs secure. He's going to be twisting his body. And that's the last little bit that he needed to potentially get his foot out.
Yeah, his foot's almost free. One more kick with his right leg, and I think his foot's going to come out.
Oh, caught just by the toes.
There he goes. Gets his foot free. Pins Paulo Merlin to the floor. Gets his 3 points. Gutenberg Pereira opens up the scoreboard. In his first match at the IBJJF Absolute Grand Prix, he's up 3-0 over Paulo Merlin.
A little under the halfway point of the match.
Gutenberg looks like he might want to attack this far arm of Paulo Merlin. One thing I've noticed so far in this Grand Prix is once these guys get to dominant positions, it's hard to get them off. They're very comfortable in these pinning positions, and they have such great attacks from side control, from mount, from the back.
Absolutely. I mean, look at this. The pressure he's putting circling over to the side. I like to think that north-south is a great position to control because you're far away from the legs.
Yeah, it looks like he might be attacking this Kimura on this top arm, excuse me. Turns it into an arm bar.
This could be the beginning of the end for Paulo Merlin.
Gutenberg gets his elbow all the way on Paulo Merlin's wrist. This is going to give him a lot of leverage. Connects his hands in that gable grip position. Underhooks the leg now.
Paulo doing everything he can to stay in this match. It's a great spot for Gutenberg Pereira.
Can hear Gutenberg's coach is telling him to be patient. In an excellent spot to get the finish in this one. There's still 3 minutes and 30 seconds left. Now he's starting to put some more pressure. Trying to break this grip.
But not exerting himself to where he loses this position, this specific position of the armbar either, which I think is very mature of him as a competitor, to not be willing to sell out so hard that you invite pressure on top, but you stay in this very tight armbar position.
Yeah, that really shows Gutenberg's experience. He's actually one of the most experienced black belts in the Grand Prix, and he's really showing that poise and that experience so far. 3 minutes left now in this IBJJF Absolute Grand Prix quarterfinal. Gutenberg Pereira leading 3-0 over Paulo Merlin. He's in a great position to get the submission here in this armbar.
Oh, and a big kick trying to get out by surprise.
Gutenberg was ready for it. Adjusted his position. Now he's adjusting his arm position too.
This says a lot about the upper body strength as well of Paulo Merlin to be able to withstand this for as long as he has.
Yeah, this is not a comfortable position to be in. Lots of pressure, lots of torque on the arm. Does a good job getting up to his knees. See if Gutenberg tries to stick with this arm bar. Has a comfortable lead, up 3-0. Switches back to the close guard. Great defense by Paulo Merlin of Gracie Baja. Wow. That was impressive, Jake.
That was absolutely impressive. He looked dead to rights for well over a few minutes there. Been in a tough spot, now back in neutral.
One minute, 47 seconds left in this IBJJF Absolute Grand Prix quarterfinal. Gutenberg Pereira leading 3-0 over Paulo Merlin.
Apollo does not have a lot of time to waste in this closed guard.
Paulo, similar to Stefan Banta, a new black belt, was promoted in December 2022. Been a black belt less than a year. Has already had great results. 2 bronze medals, 1 at the Worlds, 1 at the Pans, and major championships.
Oh.
Gutenberg Pereira is a veteran, though.
And Gutenberg staying active as well, really trying to put this away. And look at that, arm was fully extended for just a second.
Yeah, that was a nice little sweep attack. Almost got an attack on the arm there. Gutenberg's got a great guard, moves extremely well for someone his size, which is a common theme between these Absolute GP competitors. Less than a minute left.
Oh, and look at that.
Beautiful sweep by Gutenberg.
A violent kick on the leg by Gutenberg to open up that sweep.
Scores another 2 points. He is up 5-0 with less than 30 seconds left. Paulo Merlin using that lapel grip to wrap Gutenberg up. But he's only got 10 seconds left. He's got to make something happen. Gutenberg up 5-0. Scored a guard pass and a sweep in this match. Looked very dominant, showed a lot of composure and a lot of poise to get this victory.
And very impressive stuff out of Gutenberg Pereira.
He's gonna face Nicholas Meregali next, which is being amazing.
That is a great match. Let's look at this replay, Danny.
Gutenberg Pereira putting the pressure on Paulo Merlin. Gets to the side control position. Nearly had an armbar. Here's the sweep he hit late in the match to go up 5-0.
Yeah, and you know, Paulo Merlin showed such a great effort the whole time, fighting as hard as he could, even withstanding that armbar for a very long portion of the match, but it was just too much. Hello?
Oh. And your winner out of GF Team, Gutenberg Pereira.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the free YouTube stream is ending. Go subscribe at FloGrappling.com to catch the rest of this, the 2023 IBJJF Black Belt Grand Prix. We'll be right back. Hey, Seamus, I have the mic.
Up next, out of Checkmat, Dallas, Jackson Nagai.
I was 7 years old when I got my first